Welcome to Finding the Crystal Road. I'm your host, Dino. We are all drawn to the beauty of rocks and crystals. Most of us wear these for one reason or another. Maybe it's charm, its beauty, its appearance, or commitment. It can be in the form of a ring, necklace, bracelet, or any of the many jewelries that are available today. Today, rocks and crystals are used widely in decoration for the home and office. How many of us can go into a store and we see a beautiful stone or crystal and you can't help but stop and stare at it? It's really appealing. Sometimes you'll see a crystal standing upright somewhere and you just have to look at it. And just looking at it gives you such a sense of satisfaction. Today, let's discuss the differences between a crystal, an obelisk, and a tower. After a little history of obelisk, I will show you up close and personal some of my personal collection, their origins, and when I got them. Crystal obelisks, or obelisks made of crystal, have a history rooted in both ancient Egyptian monuments and modern crystal therapy and symbolism. While the ancient Egyptian obelisks were monolithic structures made of stone, crystal towers or points are a more recent development, often used in spiritual practices and decorative displays. Ancient obelisks, with their tall, pointed shape, are believed to connect the earth and the sky, channeling divine energy and enhancing spiritual awareness. For the ancients, they symbolized the sun god Ra's rays and used them for meditation, healing, and energy work. Their pointed tip is also said to represent the ground on which the sun god stood to create this universe. Obelisks originated in ancient Egypt as monumental structures, often erected in pairs at temples, entrances, or at tombs. Egyptian obelisks were usually made of a single block of granite adorned with hieroglyphics that glorified the pharaoh's achievements and divine status. They served as symbols of power, stability, and the pharaoh's authority, and were believed to help guide souls to the afterlife. The influence of obelisks extended beyond Egypt, with Roman emperors transporting them to Rome as symbols of conquest. Today, this known obelisk of Theodosius is in Istanbul, Turkey. It was first erected during the 18th dynasty of Pharaoh Thutmose III, which was in 1479 to 1425 BC, to the south of the seven pylon of the Great Temple of Karnak. The Roman Emperor Constantine II, 337 AD to about 361 AD, had it and another obelisk transported along the Nile River to Alexandria to Istanbul, Turkey, and this was to commemorate his 20 years on the throne in 357 AD. Today, instead of carved granite obelisks, different kinds of crystal obelisks and towers are now commonly used in crystal therapy and spiritual practices, or you can simply use them for their appealing beauty to decorate your house or room. Crystal obelisks and towers are also used as decorative pieces for trophies and awards. An obelisk is a tall rectangular pillar that tapers to a point at the top, often with a pyramidal top consisting of four sides. Ancient obelisks were monolithic, carved from a single piece of stone, and were frequently adorned with hieroglyphics. In contrast, crystals do not have a fixed number of sides, and the number of sides can vary significantly depending on the crystal type and the conditions under which it was formed. Some crystals, like quartz, are known for their six-sided, which is hexagonal, prism shape. Other crystals, like those of galena, can form perfect cubes with six faces. Some crystals may even have more complex shapes, such as 12-sided Vogel-style points. Now we have a relatively new term for crystals called towers, or points. Generally speaking, a tower and a point are the same thing. I personally feel that a tower is larger and a point is smaller. These are vertical formations of crystals with a pointed apex and a wider base. Usually they are found to contain six sides, but remember, many sides are possible. They can be made from various crystals, including clear quartz, amethyst, citrine, rose quartz, and many others. The distinctive shape of a crystal tower plays a vital role in channeling and directing energy, making them powerful tools for spiritual work. They can assist in meditation and healing because they emit a certain vibrational frequency. Isn't it interesting how crystals have so many properties? For instance, for promoting a restful night's sleep, amethyst and selenite are considered particularly effective crystals. Amethyst, which is known as the stone of tranquility, is highly regarded for its calming and soothing properties. And then selenite crystals are believed to have calming and purifying properties that can help to reduce stress, clear negative energy, and promote a sense of tranquility, making them ideal for the bedroom. This is just one of the benefits of these crystals. I have a few crystal obelisks and points or towers to show you with some details and their origins. Okay, here we go. I'm wearing black gloves so that you can see the true color of these specimens the best. The first is a clear quartz crystal. It's a natural unpolished crystal point. The bottom is cut flat so that it stands up nicely, and it primarily has six sides. It also has another crystal growing off the side of it naturally. I purchased it from Keeper's Corner in Florence, Alabama about 5 years ago. Next here is a smoky quartz. It's also a natural six-shaped-sided crystal. It's been polished to give it a more lustrous shine. Notice the inclusions inside. It makes a wonderful piece just to stare at. Also from Keeper's Corner in Florence, Alabama. This little guy is called shungite. It's from Russia. I bought it in Kazakhstan, which is a country next to Russia, about 3 years ago when I was there. You can notice it has 12 sides to it. Natural shungite is like a very hard coal. Coal has a hardness of about 2. Shungite is about 4. It's jet black, just like my gloves. It doesn't show up so good. But all shungite is usually cut and polished to make the different shapes. Next, I have a cube of picture jasper. It's not really an obelisk or a tower, but I like to keep him with the collection. Gives a little variety. I actually found this piece at a TJ Maxx store while my wife was shopping for clothes about 2 years ago. It's still with its original tag and an explanation about it. As you can see here, it is from India, and it has a flat spot on one corner so that it can stand up. And it looks interesting when it's standing up like that. And then here we have a nice pyramid with 4 sides, and this is onyx. I got this from Kazakhstan about 3 years ago. It almost looks like wood in between the stone. Onyx is a favorite stone crystal used by many stone carving people to make figurines. This is a tower I purchased on Temu. They are calling it emerald, but I would say it's probably dark green river jade. It looks nice and green, shows nicely in the bright sunlight. It was very inexpensive, but remember, you get what you pay for. Here is an unpolished lapis lazuli point from Afghanistan. It's kind of dull, but it has a nice blue hue to it. And here is my favorite large point tower of lapis lazuli. It has been highly polished. It's very thick, very heavy, with beautiful blue and pyrite-like gold specks all over it. Most lapis lazuli comes from Afghanistan. I purchased it from Keeper's Corner in Florence, Alabama about 4 years ago. This is my large clear quartz point tower. I do believe it is a natural shaped crystal that has been trued up a little bit to look uniform and desirable. This one was purchased from Amazon about 3 years ago. Notice the stunning inclusions inside. It's like gazing into the stars. The smaller quartz point is more clear, and you can almost see through the whole tower. And inside it's got inclusions that look like clouds. Now this is the amethyst. This large one is called chevron amethyst. You can see the V pattern through it, which makes it chevron. If it's regular amethyst, it would have no patterns. It would just be a simple purple color. I purchased it from Keeper's Corner in Florence, Alabama about 3 years ago. And now I got a small chevron amethyst tower that I got from Amazon about 3.5 years ago. This calm colored green tower is called Adventurine. It was purchased from Etsy about 3 years ago, and it was shipped to me all the way from India. And one of my favorites is this really nice piece of tiger's eye. It has a moving iridescence to it. It's best to see this in a direct sunlight. I purchased it from Keeper's Corner in Florence, Alabama about 4 years ago. I need to check with them to see where its origin is from, but it's beautiful. Now this is a piece of carnelian. I hunted for this point for a long time to complete my 7 chakra towers. I found it by someone in the Philippines that made this 4.5-inch one for me. I've had it for about 2 years. It has some interesting geode cavities in it. And this is red jasper. It's thin and it's tall. It was from Amazon about 3 years ago. This is an actual obelisk with 4 sides. It's interesting. I got this on Temu about a year ago, and they call it, believe it or not, a quartz tower. While it's interesting, it looks more like a piece of coral that was cut to look like a crystal, but still, it's nice to look at. And along with it was this other Temu purchase. It has a slight color of mint green to it. They are calling it natural hemimorphite. I got both of these last 2 obelisks about a year ago from Temu. I have no earthly idea where they actually came from except Temu in China. Last is my selenite pyramid. I got this from a crystal shop about a year ago in Florida, along with some other selenite products that they had there. I do believe that their selenite products came from Salt Lake in Utah. I would need to go back and check with them to be sure, but it has a wonderful looking iridescence to it, just like tiger's eye. Now I will arrange my chakra stones in order. The first one is the clear quartz, then the amethyst, lapis lazuli, adventurine, tiger's eye, carnelian, and red jasper. And that, my friends, is the 7 chakra tower stones. There you go. So in review, we have a natural crystal. It's a small piece of end of a crystal. It's not been polished. It's not been cut. It's just pure natural crystal. This also is pure natural crystal. It's got a little crystal growing off the side of it, but it has been cut on the bottom so that it will stand up nicely. This quartz is natural quartz crystal. It's been trued up a little bit, 6 sides, and the bottom has been cut so that it stands up nicely. This is a point. It's only about 1.5 inches long, and it's been trued up. It's naturally 6-sided, and it's been cut also on the bottom to stand up. This is a true obelisk. It is 4 sides. It's shaped like a pyramid on top. The sides get slightly larger as they go down. This is the pyramid. Notice a similar shape as the pyramid. And the bottom of it has been cut so that it stands up nicely. The last is a shungite. This is a Vogel cut crystal. It's got 12 sides to it. The bottom has been shaved so that it stands up nicely. And this is a cube. It's not a natural crystal shape, but it is a crystal material. It looks nice to be sitting for decoration. And that's it, my friends. Now you have seen my real crystal point towers and obelisk collection I have so far. I will always be adding more. I love these little guys. Depending on where you live, you may be able to go out and scout around and find crystals like some of these. But most of us are not able to have this available to us, and we rely on buying them, especially when it comes to these point towers and obelisks. Just remember, there are some really good quality crystals out there, and then there are some that are so-so. In the years that I've been collecting, which has been most of my life, I have found it better to save up a little money and go for the really nice ones that you have your heart set on. After I get one that is so-so, I still end up getting the nicer one anyway. That's why you see some of the towers that I have that has the little points, and then they got the really nice big ones. Well, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this segment on crystal obelisk, towers, and points. It was such a joy to share this with you. I'm Dino, and I hope to see you again finding the crystal road together. Namaste.